Oakley Carlson is 6 years old. She should be in first grade, doing all the things that a first grader does. But we don't know where Oakley is. About 2 years ago, she went missing, and went missing in a circumstance that we on this committee can do something about. Oakley came from troubled birth parents who had had trouble with the law, had trouble with drugs, and they had lost custody of Oakley and her sibs. Oakley had been in a foster care with a foster family that was loving and supportive and nourishing of the little girl. But following our public policy, which is good and well-intended, Oakley was reunited with her birth parents. Unfortunately, that's where things went badly. Once reunited with her birth parents, Oakley was not supervised as well as she should have been, and she went missing. To this day, 2 years later, we don't know exactly what happened. Still trying to figure that out. What this bill, 1397, does is it clarifies and strengthens the terms and conditions on which a child can be reunited with troubled birth parents. It maintains the good and noble goal of our public policy, which is reunification of families where possible, but it does hold our overseeing agency, the Department of Children, Youth, and Families, DCYF, to a higher standard of review and oversight when, in its judgment, the time has come to reunite a child with troubled birth parents. This is a good and needed reform of how DCYF operates. And while the agency is going to testify opposed to this proposal, I put it to you that this is actually a saving grace for the agency. If DCYF doesn't reform how it oversees the reunification of children with troubled parents, it is going to continue to lose the trust and confidence of the people of this state. Already, in rallies and events in support of children like Oakley Carlson, you're beginning to see people say, where is DCYF? What is the agency doing? You're already beginning to see signs that say defund DCYF. Now, that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is reform how DCYF operates. But remember, this agency is not a mature agency. It's a relatively new one. It's one that we spun off of DSHS not very many years ago. And I think that this bill represents a kind of evolution in how we, the legislature, organize, oversee, and expect efficient and effective public service from one of our bureaucratic agencies. So there's a lot in this bill. There's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of policy, there's a lot of reform, but I think that it is a good and healthy approach to expecting more of our state government and delivering more quality service to the families of the state, and most importantly, to the children of the state, so that we won't have a situation again where a vivacious, happy child like Oakley Carlson goes missing in sorrowful circumstances. So thanks for hearing and considering this bill. I believe it is an urgent bill, and I encourage all of us to do what's right to make this good reform take effect.